Yeah, your family. Okay. Could have been up to 10 members. Or could have been 2 family members. This is to do some type of trust fund will, something that was left for you. Sharing the money out between each other, or putting it into, or maybe they had businesses to, which was to make it look like, they got the money from the business because they didn't want it to be known that they stole it. But also for others of you, they said that you was unstable, but they were using trick. This is trickery energy. So you may now be aware of that gameplay. Someone was being in your energy, then going back to the other family member, and coming back to you, and then going back to them, playing both sides of the fence. Could have been 2 family members that was involved. There's 2 people there. 1, 2. Someone purposely was trying to make you unstable. Again, using some trickery. Yeah, they said that you was unpredictable. You know, like that weather's up one day and down. Yeah. So this is someone in your family. So for some of you, just think back to who this person was, when they would reach out, what type of conversations you would say, or they would say to you to try to get you in your emotions, okay? Because this could have been someone that could have been like, um, they would just lie to someone else, or they was in cahoots. Could have been 2 of them that was in cahoots here, okay? Yeah. So this one was going to you, then going back to that one, a liar. So there could be someone in your family that was giving them directions, like what things to do, what to say, how to try to have you unstable, unbalanced. But I'm picking it, you saw through this energy. Could have been a masculine. This could be another situation where a masculine thought they could trick you and go back to you and go back to someone else and go back to you. This could have been someone else that you come across, or you found them unstable, or you picked up on some type of trickery. So it could have been, a masculine and their family, or it could have been someone in your family that was playing both sides of the, yeah. 4 of Pentacles, someone was trying to hold you back from getting this information or getting this money. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, they were holding you back. But also in the same breath trying to hold on to your energy. Okay? So whoever this person is, just try to remember something that they may have said that you thought was like strange, or why would you say that, or something they brought up, or something to do with emotions. Could have been something to do with a family member, like talking about something from years ago, like using some type of emotions to manipulate, but it was trickery. So they're doing that to you, and then they may have been talking to you about the other family member, and then going to that family member, and then talking to them about you. They may have said, did you hear from the other family member? Trying to fish for information. Be mindful now if you know this who this person is, or you know the moves they try to pull on you. You may have exposed something, okay? You could be healed from the situation. See, your third eye is open. It's like you may have had a lot of dreams about this energy. There could be someone in your family that's an angel, okay, spirit, and they passed over, or there's angels around you and there's helping you see what was hidden. So you may start seeing two family members in your dreams, okay? You may have seen like a sister, and in the dream you may have seen her holding a baby. Maybe that baby was you in the dream, okay? Or this sister's like, I don't know, maybe 20 years younger than you, or something, older than you. Maybe you was a baby when she was in her 20s, or you was too young to know about something that was left for you. You see the baby there? This sister may have had two dogs. Well, I can't remember what they're called, them dogs. You know, usually they've got the tail. The tail's not long at the back. Oh, what's their names? But they're quite tall. They've got long legs. So that may resonate. Something about two dogs. Maybe your older sister had two dogs. Or there's a dog that's in spirit that protects you. You may have had a dog. The dog may have passed away, or there could have been dogs in the family, or how about dogs, your spirit dogs, protectors? Or something about someone passing over, the way they communicate through dogs. Like if you say something and you hit the nail on the head, you may hear dogs barking. Pay attention to dogs barking at a particular time, or dogs could be warning you, and it's something around you, okay? That you've got two dogs there, spirit guides, and an uncle, grandfather, or father. Yeah. This sibling was maybe trying to hold you both back from each other. Again, playing both sides of the fence, using emotions to manipulate you, and then, you know, asking you, oh, I don't know, let's just say your sister's name's, I don't know, Um, I'll just say Sunday, yeah. Let's just say your sister's name Sunday, for instance. I'll just use that, okay? So this sister here will contact you and say, oh, have you heard from Sunday? And you'd be like, no, I haven't heard from them actually. And then they'll start bringing up something, confirmation. Then they'll start bringing up something to trick you when it comes to emotions. Like, oh, I've been through this, that, yeah. And you're thinking, that's weird. Like, why would you come out of something like that? That's out of the blue. And then they'd go back to that one, the other sister. Let's just say their name's Monday, yeah? Then they go to that other sister. Oh, have you heard from Sunday? Yeah? And then they use this other sister would use emotional manipulation, trickery on both. Or both of them were using trickery. And someone that was older, so you've got one sibling here, it's got like dark hair, the hair may be short. You may have an older sister here, it's got like mousy, maybe their hair, maybe they're like, it's like copper gold highlights, or maybe they're like copper gold highlights in their hair. Okay, you see? It's not dark, it's like, it's a bit dark with like copper colour, okay? So this could be the younger one, and that's the older one, okay? But this one wasn't born when you was a baby, okay? So this one may have said something to you about, I don't know, something they said that you saw as a red flag that you was like, no, that don't sound right. Or what do you mean? Like, you weren't even born then. Like, you know, you was a baby. They may have spoke about something, or you were like, but you weren't even born then. So they messed up there, okay? And that's when you may have, the alarm bell started ringing like, no, there's some trickery going on here. Hi. Yeah. She, brother, whoever, okay? Her, he. Or this could be, I mean, it could be a little girl or a little boy. Maybe they didn't want some money going to pass down to your child, okay? Because that could be a little boy as well. They wanted to hold you back. They didn't want you living with a happy family. This could have been someone that was speaking to someone else about your child behind your back, so that your child wouldn't, because they wanted to keep you in that state of confusion, in your emotions, unbalanced, yeah? So they knew what they were doing. Definitely theft. Definitely emotional manipulation. So it's either one person or two. But there's definitely something. I mean, you've got an older man there, white hair and a beard. Something about dogs and spirit, okay? May have had dogs, or you know, it could have been a sister or someone older in the family that had two dogs. I can't remember. I saw them on the street yesterday. I can't remember what you call them. And these dogs may have been left for you, or they could have been your dogs, or someone here may have said they were their dogs, or see, like they have really short tails, but they've got long legs, and they kind of look both the same. There's something about two dogs in the family. Yeah, they definitely wanted to keep, someone wanted to keep you unstable and tried to play both sides of the fence. I mean, someone could have lied and got your child removed because they didn't want some wealth passed down to your child. So it's like they keep you in a state of confusion, or you got removed, or it's like, well, how are we going to get hold of this, keep hold of this money? Yeah, that, you know, the grandfather or the father left, and they're discussing it like, well, they're knowing your child, they're not going to know. Well, I know, let's get them removed. Like, let's get them moved way over there. Like, you know, you could live in this area, or you know, they got you moved, you know, 500 miles away, let's just say, okay, forever, what reason? Like, could have been around the age of 10 or something like that, or 8, yeah. Well, if we say this, A, B, and C, and then we can keep them away from this, you know, for, I don't know, up until like you were 16, 17, 18, something like that. But then they've got all this time to spend more money of your money, okay? And they're discussing, well, how can we affect them? All right, Ayak, well, let's allow this to happen to them, blah, 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 okay? Get them in their emotions. Could have been a brother or sister or mum or something like that, someone else in the family. But they were discussing. And like when they reach, because this is like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So all these dots connected, it's like 16, okay? So maybe you returned somewhere when you were 16. 10, 4, and 2. So they had all them years to, you know, squander, spend, enjoy the money. And they were discussing, yeah, but we need to come out of this. I mean, they come out of a plan. Wicked. Yeah, but we need to be able to carry this on, this facade on. Because, you know, they're going to come back when they're 16, 17 or what age, and then they're going to be back again, and they might start questioning, or they may start looking for information. And they're like, well, we need to say something or do something where we can have them unbalanced or unstable. Maybe use someone else in their family, okay? Well, if you get them into a criminal lifestyle, or if you say like when they were a child, this happened, that happens, and that's going to affect their emotions, and that will definitely make them unstable, and hopefully they'll get on drugs, or they'll be ruined. Your family are no good. I'm telling you, these people are no good. They don't really plan this. They plan this from when you were a baby. And then maybe they weren't expecting you to have a child, or they may have set you up to get with a man that couldn't have kids, and that could have been something else that you've got to find out. Like, something. It's like you connected some dots, or something similar like that. But there's definitely family members in cahoots. Okay. So, something about you reaching the age of 16, or 16 and 16, 30, 15, 15, 30. So you may have been just going near your 30s, or 27, 28 when you had your little boy or something, because it looks like a boy there. And it's like, so they done that to you as a child, and then they started being in cahoots. Well, it's going to get, maybe your son's going to look into something, or something. But yeah, but the child's going to get it. And then they started discussing that. Well, let's lie to their child and make their child unstable, and then we can go back and forth with the child. Oh, how are you? You right, love? You've seen your mum or your dad? And questioning, like trying to be. You spoke to them lately? No, no, no. Oh, right, okay. Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but blah, blah, blah. Your mum's really, or your dad was really unstable, and you had to get taken because, they were this and they were that and blah, blah, blah. Just going back and forth, playing both sides of the fence. Trickery. Wicked. This is a well methodical, planned out situation. Hi. Hi for New York City. And then they may have known that one day, or they knew that you were this, or it could have been something as a child that showed them that you had some type of gift. You see, this is a female. And as you got older, it could have been something that this female said to you, like, oh, I'm glad I got boys, I can't stand girls. And he's like, all right, okay. And then the penny started dropping, like, okay, so now I know why you're being a bit offish or funny with me, or I've noticed that you're very jealous of other women, or something like this, something you picked up on, okay? Or they knew from when you were a child that you would be gifted. Whether a gift was passed down, money, lands, trust funds, or that you was gifted as in talented. And they knew that you'd be something. And both of them were both jealous. Could have been three involved. Two back then, and then later on, maybe if one of them passed away or something like that, then that one was in cahoots with the other one. But it's something. But they started messing up. It's something. It's like something started unraveling. You're like, something ain't just quite right. But then you start healing, and then again, the angels or your spirit guides, some of you kept having dreams, or you kept having a lot of dreams. See, like your godfather, grandfather, someone in spirit. Okay, you kept seeing reoccurring dreams, or if you keep having reoccurring dreams, pay attention. You see, like you've got a house in the background. Like, I mean, this could have been, I'm not going to lie, you see this place? This, to me, like in my situation, this is like a boarding school that I was placed in. Okay? But there's something here to do with, because this person looks like, I mean, look at that gown that he's wearing. It looks really expensive, and there's something to do with a judge or authority or someone high ranked here. Okay? But you could have Sagittarius in your placement, or you could be a Sag, or you could be someone's child, okay? And now you could be getting the downloads, and you know, your ancestors are now showing you too, okay? So things are starting to make sense, because you could be very intuitive, and maybe you now realise that they've been going back and forth and playing both sides of the fence, or they try to have you unbalanced, your emotions, they want to try to make you unstable. Could have been lying about, because there's two cups here, two energies that represents emotions, love, okay? So, yeah, they're trying to play two sides of the fence with you and your mother or father. Yeah. A lot of trickery. Well planned. This is really planned out. And I have to make things clear, you know, because not just you, collective, are going through this. You know, all of us have been through things in our life. And in regards to people watching me and knowing that what I'm saying is the truth, because people that will recognise, because my sister had two of them, they weren't white, but people know exactly who them dogs were. My sister had them when she lived in Matic Lane, and people will know exactly who, yeah, two dogs. And they had like really big thick collars. They were like protector dogs, but that, I can't remember what you call them. Is it Great? No, not Great Dane. Let me see. I don't know if it's a Great Dane. I don't know if it's a Great Dane, I'm not sure. Let me check. Great Dane dog. Great Dane. Let me see. No, it wasn't that dog. A minute. Short tail, long legged. Long legged dog. Ah, yes. It was like them dogs. Yeah. My sister had two of them dogs. You see the tail? But the tail one, there's one without. There it is. The short tail one. Let me see if I can get a good picture of it. Yeah. I don't know what you call them. Doberman. Yeah, she had two of them. There they are. And it. And they got short tails. She had two of them. Two of them. And their collars were thick. Look, elegant, powerful, intensely loyal. Woodlands. Woodland dogs. Yeah, wow. Okay. So in regards to my situation, if they need to do their checks on that, they can. Yeah. Doberman Pinscher, Woodland dogs. And that's the two there. Okay. For some of you, it could be other dogs, but in my situation, it's the Doberman Pinscher, Woodland dogs. I'll never forget them dogs. She said that they run away or I don't know, she may have gave them away, I don't know. And it's funny. It's funny actually how she, the father of her son comes from the same country that my dad come from. And it's funny that he no longer lives in this country no more. My dad well, Grenada. I just found it strange how comes, you know, you've got children over here, but you've gone to another country that really... Anyway. You should have been okay from when you were a child, alright? Or someone was left for you to live a happy life or something like that, or for you to be stable or not only you, for your child as well, okay? And your family deprived you of this. Deprived you. Maybe the dogs were yours. Because maybe that they've passed now. Maybe the dogs were yours and they were left for you too and they stole the dogs. So there could have been a lot that was taken from you. Because they're protective dogs, okay? And let's just say if something lands or something was left for you, I don't know, something was left for you, okay? Or you may have lived somewhere like a wooded area, I don't know, or the properties around a wooded area, or they were protective dogs, okay? So everything was taken, everything. You see, like here, you've got land there, trees in the background. You've got like, look, you've got like nice piece of property in the background there. So this could have been left for you, all right? And you should have been okay from when you were a child, growing up to an adult, or you leaving that onto your child if you had a boy, and they deprived both of you of this. Any more messages? And there could have been someone else behind the scenes. Now that you're of age, okay, there could be another energy that maybe your family's in cahoots with, or they were connected with another family that was a Pisces, a Cancer, or Scorpio, or your mother was that, or whoever, okay? Could have been them being in cahoots with someone else, all right? But there was definitely something or they allowed you to go to a family, or something went on, okay? Something went on that weren't good, basically. And there could be someone else that's connected to this group. And these energies, along with your sister or your brother, they're still trying to keep this money from you. So they're still trying to carry this on from way back then, okay? So this could have been someone that lied to another group, okay? Another man, all right, that they met about you, to get others to come against you. And then this person spoke to all the other energies, and that they're all in cahoots. This has been going on from way back, okay? And this energy's still using other people, lying to other people, emotionally manipulating this person so that they're like, oh, no, they never, yeah? I'm telling you, people, when I was in that room in Croydon, there was this like Arabic man, and he said to me about me getting chopped up in the cemetery, and I said, what? And I thought that's really strange for someone to come and say that. And then the man got his private bits out, standing up in front of me whilst I'm looking at my phone. And I was like, what are you doing? So, do you understand what I mean? I don't know what this one said, or what was said, but whatever was said weren't good, or whatever was said about you weren't good. Because you see, something was hidden. This person, they could have paid them. I'll give you a lump sum if you can get other energies to, you know, have someone unstable, because you need to keep up this facade. Yeah, this was very coerced, okay? This one, they don't need to be put in no hospital. They need to be put in straight prison, because this is some, there's nothing mentally wrong with them at all. At all. And I'm picking up this person could be trying to use emotions now. Like, oh, well, it's happening. No. They don't deserve to be put in a mental hospital, because they're going. I'm just picking up. They're going to try that. They need to be given a straight jail sentence, okay? Because they're looking at easy way out, right? Because the way how the boy, I'm telling you, what they call that? Coercing behaviour, emotional manipulation, emotionally manipulating people. And I'm picking up this person literally wants you got out the picture, like not here again type of energy. This is some like psychopath, sociopath, narcissist. There ain't nothing mentally wrong with them. This energy, you need a straight jail sentence. Something to do with DNA. Something to do with a Leo. There could have been a Leo involved as well. You see again, you've got the house and you've got like the hills in the background. It's not like, in the city where you've got all block of flats and traffic going past. It's somewhere like country or somewhere like land, and you've got the house and trees in the backgrounds. Yeah, the family was wicked, boy. Yeah. I'm spilling all the tea, mate. You, Angela? I'm gonna let everyone know, yeah? Bateman Pinchers, yeah, when you had them back in West Ealing. Yeah, they tried to block your path. Wow. They wanted to block your heart chakra. They wanted to block you from receiving love. Yeah, these people, they need to receive some long prison sentence for this. Yeah, because basically they just effed up your whole life. Okay, and not only your life, they've effed up your child's. They've ruined the relationship. I would say ruin, but if you've been ripped apart from your children, you can't get them years back. So not only have they ruined your life, they've ruined your children's life. Yeah, they've divided you. Okay, they stole something that should have been given to you and passed down to your child, so you could have lived comfortable or happy, and they've deprived you of everything. And on top of that, getting some, I mean, this guy, this water sign, when I was in, he said that he was in a mental hospital. Okay, they could have met in there, because this sibling of mine, when my mother took me to the hospital, she went mad. Why are you bringing her? I was like, oh, like back then I didn't understand why she was going on like that. I was like, why are you acting up? What's wrong with her? Now I know. Now I know. So she could have met this man, because he said that he'd also been in mental hospitals and he'd been sectioned. She's been sectioned. So I think this is where these two met. And she's like, yeah, I don't know. He said that he got locked up for I don't know, being in the road naked or grabbing some woman's ass, or he got arrested for assaulting some woman. Okay. Mm. Mm-mm. Any more messages? Yeah. Something about your family, like acting like they're all godly, okay, as well. And they're not at all. Hey, we've never been to jail. Hey, we've never done this. Yeah. Well, I mean, if someone you were connected to was a Freemason, then you've got connections, so you most probably could get off sentences, couldn't you? Just like when my brother got the job in the Crown Court, yeah, and he had a record for theft, and he was injecting heroin and drinking alcohol in the staff office in the Crown Court. I was like, what are you doing? You've got to go in the court in a minute. Gulping down the tins of beer, sitting by the judge with that, yeah. But do you know why I think he got the job? I think because his son was going to that court. I think back in the day he had a case, and I think he may have wanted to do it to get his son off or something like that. And then she said, like, there's some house. She said it's in Barbados, the house. It's on the edge of a cliff. It was on the edge of a cliff. And apparently the father of her son is the same, comes from Grenada that my dad comes from. And all of a sudden, he's not living in London no more. He's gone to Grenada to live. Very strange, isn't it, people? Hmm? What, is he living in that house, Angela? This could be high organisation that's getting information, or you're connected to the divine, and the divine's sick of this family. Like, enough's enough. You've done enough to this woman and her son, right? So let me just charge this phone. And then when I first met this guy from Cairo, yeah, everyone knows him, Zab, yeah. He told me when I got my flat when I was 18, oh, you'll never have nothing. And I thought, why would you come out with something like that? Do you understand? But just some of you just go back, just to try to recollect, things that people have said, and not only that, recently some other people that live from the same area that he lived, that my dad went to, and that where apparently my older sister, well, she lived there, and the father of my daughter lives, connecting all the dots, okay? All these people are being paid, all of them. A lot of people's involved in this. Because at Carnival last year, oh, I got Ease, I got Wit, I got Smith, I got this, I got that. I said, nah, I don't do it, mate. And then he tried it again. Yeah, come over, I've got this, I've got that, we can have a good time. I was like, nah, I don't take that pills and all that, sorry. So yeah. There's a lot of people involved in this. A lot. Knight of Swords. Someone could be now taking that information. This is swift action. Okay? You're a force of nature, or someone's a force of nature. You're brave, courageous. You're some leader. Quick-witted. Because this is why Spirit will say to you sometimes, just, these people, like, this is, this fool's journey. They've been, this group, this family, whoever, they've been taken for a fool for many years. This is the journey, okay? And they've been taking you for a fool. Well, let's see who the fool is now. So yeah, That's more information for the investigators in regards to my situation. And everything I said, they can check it and everything will add up. Everything will add up. And this place that they put me in when I was a child in Mersham Hatch, Ashford, was called Caldecott Community. Check that out as well. And that place they put me in was run by Lord Bassett or Lord something, okay? And again, as I said, when I was in Portobello and we went in the cafe, me and my baby father, and then the guy that used to work in that children's home come in that cafe. That was like, wow. That's why they've been trying to hold you back from getting this information, from you connecting the dots. Okay, the family didn't want you connecting the dots. And this is why they've been using trickery, trying to hold you back from receiving the information, trying to make you feel unstable, using trickery like that Taurus, like that Fiona, when you rang me, yeah, and you started using emotions to me. Oh, I saw mum go through this. Oh, I saw mum happy, using emotions. Yeah, manipulation. Oh, poor me, I witnessed this. No, I know what your game was. The Chariot. Well, of course, it was the police that picked me up when I was 4 years of age, I think it was. And took me to, I was put in a children's home. Check out the children's home. It's called Farm Lane in Fulham. Okay? So get your pens and notepads and take all this information back. Okay? Because every single word I've said will add up to everything that you're going to find out. Everything. Knight of Wands. Well, them pyramids represent Egypt, or this could have been someone that has also got good intuition, because if you've got it as a mother, you know, it's going to be passed down to your child. If you're gifted, the gift's going to be passed down to your child. You've got 2 cups there, and it could be, obviously, your child's not a little boy no more, is he? A baby, where he couldn't protect you. But he is now. And I'm picking up that your child ain't happy about this. I mean, angry, fired up, like ready to go type of energy. Not with you as a mother, but at what these people have done. Someone's passionate about something, okay? Yeah. Taking opportunities. Or you're going to receive opportunity. You've got opportunities, or they were casting illusions to prevent you from getting these opportunities. Or someone in your family is very dark, wicked, evil. Here you go, police. Or it could be ambulance, I don't know, because they've got this out. I didn't even get up and look, but it's a sirens, isn't it? Sirens at the end of the day. It still represents emergency. So yeah, we've got Page of Cups, catfishing, love bombing. Wow. So even now this is all happening. Again, see? Emotions, trickery, water, emotions, trickery. Again, the same thing, emotions. The fish, catfishing. Okay? So all now, maybe they're still trying to keep hold of this money by using someone to, catfish you, to try to poison you. So even up all now, it's like they're trying to kill you off. And again, as I said, something made me go around the back the other day and I see someone with a walking stick, with a hood over her head, sitting in the shadows in the dark. And I thought, who's that big man? Yeah? Something made me go right over there. And she was hiding her face under the hood like this. Yeah? And then he bent down, she whispered something, then he looked at me, and then he tried to smile at me, and I didn't smile back at him because I knew. I said, all right, okay, don't smile up with me. I know who you are and why you're here. Yeah. Well, this is for my son. This is what they wanted to do to your mother. This is what they've been trying to do to me. And as I said, everyone, even from when I was a child and I fell out the window from when I was a child. This is constant, constant, constant. You see, but these energies never, ever, ever expected me to connect the dots. They thought there's no way this is going to come out. Our plan, we've had this, good for all these years. It's never going to come out. Okay. They never expect you to get back up from what they've done. But surprise. Yeah. Here I am. And that's the truth. And the Crown's going to get this information. And you can use this video as evidence in the court case if you like. Okay? Because it's going to add up to the information that if you go and find out, it's going to add up. Everything's going to add up. Cutting through confusion. And this is a powerful breakthrough. The sword of truth. And this is why they want to try to reach back out. But now you already know the truth. And this is over to these people. And the ones that they want to try to send around your energy to catfish and love bomb. It's over. It's over. You've had enough missed opportunities. And there could be a divine masculine as well. you could have gone through something similar, or other people, you know, are connecting the dots. And you see, sometimes when you're sitting on your own, you've got these entities. So-and-so's got no friends. They're always in their home. No, do you know why? There's always a reason behind everything. It's not because no one ain't got no friends. It's because sometimes sitting in silence without any... And this is why I've had that one underneath me with the motorbike all day long. Yeah? Because they're trying to confuse. But it ain't working. Right underneath me. Up and down with a motorbike. I know that as well. And then doing their little witchcrafts or whatever they've been doing all over the years, okay? And now some of you know why you've been in and out of jail. And why, you know, I mean, my son already knows about me getting stabbed because he come in the ambulance with me when he was a child. Yeah? And the man that stabbed me said to my son, with blood on his top, "You're not going to see your mum again." So what, you think I forgot all that as well? This is what shit they put me through. Yeah? And then when I come out of intensive care, to put my son in a school, to be removed, you know, to get moved from that house that incident happened in, then my evil mother with the evil sister then gets me locked up. Then I get my son removed. But you never expected me to survive that. And then when I was with my baby father, apparently the hospital said that I died when they come to the house. Yeah? They think I was spiked. I don't know. They do something on your chest where I don't know what it is. They press really hard where you get a reaction. There was no reaction. So is that why he's going to throw me out the window of Grenfell Tower, Kenny? How much did you get paid? You see, and everything they wanted to do is to make you, you know, all these little things they're doing around us, yeah? Okay, because we all know they're still doing their little witchcraft and that ain't working, okay? If they ain't trying to kill us, yeah, they're trying to get us to react, all right? So that then they can say, "Oh, that person's crazy." They've already tried this with me, and I've got documentation, yeah, of that from the Merlin report that the police gave to the psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist said there ain't nothing wrong with her. Okay, so yeah, there's been feds involved as well. So that little plan backfired because you wanted to destiny swap with me and Fiona, innit? Oh, by the way, she calls herself Leona. But her name's not Leona Lopez, it's Fiona Hazel. Or is it Leona Lopez? Maybe you're not even my sister. Maybe you're sort of Sylvester's daughter. And when he met my mum, he brought you into the family. I don't know. I don't know, but you look nothing like me. And then you went and lied to Angela when I sent you that tune saying, you know, you were manipulating. I don't know, it was some house and garage tune, but I was being like, I just didn't want to talk to her. And then she tried to say, because of the red cover, then she tried to say to the Angela that I was going to wrap her up in the rug. Like, you just, no, you don't need no hospital. I think you tricked the doctors, to be honest. You need straight jail, yeah? You need to bypass the hospital. There ain't nothing wrong with you. Let me tell you that. You're one devious, sociopathic, narcissistic psychopath, yeah? You need straight jail. Well, yeah, I think people like that actually, yeah, they do need a hospital, didn't they? Hospital and then jail. But I think you need to be, you need to protect people, the public needs, the same way you said the public needs protecting from me, no, they definitely need protecting from you, definitely. And you need to be placed somewhere where there ain't no other people around, where you can't escape from, where you're watched 24/7, where you're restricted. And I'm prophesizing this is going to happen to you. It ain't going to happen to me. It's going to happen to you. For the portrayal that you've done on me. And even the officers that was involved, whether it's just one, you two, okay? You two. They could have, you know. I mean, who was that Rob? Apparently he was the one that my mum, he was gangster, wasn't he? Huh? What did my mum pay? That was his name, wasn't it? Rob or something from Fulham? That new Lindsay? He was some gangster. So what, was you going to use him to get rid of me? I mean, people, this is why it's easier for these people to try to stop you from getting in relationships. Because when you're on your own, it's easier for them to discard you, get rid of you. Because no one's going to miss you, especially if you're not around anyone. But you see, what they forgot is that I've got an older son. My son's an adult. And you see how I'm sitting there and I'm not seeking revenge. Whatever happens is out of my hands, do you understand? And whatever happens to you people, you deserve it as far as I'm concerned. I don't give a shit no more. Out of my hands. I don't care. I ain't got no feelings towards you no more. Whatever your karma is your karma. Some other people are not so forgiving. So they were celebrating on the fruits of their labour, working hard, yeah? And a lot of hard work. Look at them celebrating doing this to another. So if I was dead, you would have celebrated. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's cremate the body as well so there's no evidence. Yeah. Come on, everyone, let's go and celebrate. So where are we going on holiday this year? Yeah, all right, you book the holiday, yeah? You're wicked. Every single person involved in this, let me tell you, when I say God ain't showing no mercy to none of you. Don't be praying to God now. God don't like ugly. And you people are more than ugly. You're straight out evil. Yeah? There was a lot of people involved in this, a lot. They're most probably all onto the phone to each other now. Okay? Yeah. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This was long-term investment. You can't invest in this no more. Well, I mean, the karma could be what you put onto others will come back onto you. You cause someone else loss. You put someone else through grief. You betrayed someone else. Well, I've got a message for you. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Karma knows everyone's door number, and especially everyone that was involved in this. And the people that took the payments over the years, blood money payments, you too. The fake friends, Netta, your frenemy, you were involved as well. Okay? When I was at your house, you kept mentioning Kenny. Why are you mentioning my baby father? You know that I went through domestic violence with him. You know I lost my daughter. You're a wicked little bitch as well. You ain't... Yeah, you too are getting it, bitch. And this is why you've got your son with you that's 30 years of age living in your house as protection. Oh, your sister said not to let you in. What, Fiona, you think that time when me, you, Netta and Adrian and her son and that went to Carnival and we went to the bashment place, yeah? And then I saw Barbara's daughter there. Abs, yeah? And then you started dancing with Adrian behind me. You said something and I heard him say, boy, you wouldn't say that to her face. And I heard him mention my name. So I know why she's there rubbing up with him behind my back. He was running me down because I heard him say, boy, I don't think she would take that, no, or you wouldn't say that to her face. But as we're walking through Carnival, you're there cussing out Netta. Yeah? What, you think you're nice? Like, you're all actors. Don't take me for an idiot. You're sneaky, you're thieves, and you're all receiving judgment. All the people that was paid behind the scenes, families that didn't know me, that took payments, yeah? You too are receiving judgment. But, these people that didn't know you judged you. Without even knowing you. Running with what these people were saying without even knowing anything about your life. Yeah, I do that. Is that what they done? You don't know me. This is my story. And the reason why you and your family or whatever judgment you're going through, it is what it is. Yeah? It is what it is. Loss. You know what a loss is, isn't it? Grief. You grieve when you've had a loss. Betrayal. Yeah. None of you are excluded. And I couldn't give a flying rat's ass what happens to none of you. Karmics. I mean, Zab, huh? You was from Egypt, weren't you? Cairo. You were my first boyfriend when I come back to London. Telling me I'll never have nothing. But did you get paid as well, Mohammed? Was you part of this plot as well with these? Because you also lived in Latimer Road, didn't you? You lived in Grenfell Tower. Huh? Was it a couple of floors above Steve or was it a couple of floors underneath? Can't remember. That's when we was about 18. And I was pregnant with your child. You didn't say you didn't want my child. You didn't want the child. But then you did say to me that oh, you'll never be nothing, you'll never have nothing. So when I think back to them words you said, to me, you was also involved. Because it was all Latimer Road. It's all from Latimer Road. Rosina, my older sister, who's the other guy that used to smoke, that used to go to my dad's. When my dad lived in Redcar Street in House, Camberwell. All of you in Hurstway Walk, all that walkway there, you don't know, I know, innit? You know, yeah? Seymour that lived to, Edward Woods, that's only a few, 10 minutes down the road where I was placed when I come out of care. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is why I've removed myself from each and every one of you. Some of these people, look, they just, all of a sudden now, they want to move from unset. I don't want, I just, come on, can we just move to calmer waters now? No. It's not as easy as that. You don't get away scot-free. I'm sorry. Yeah, it ain't happening. Yeah. Now people want to try to hide their face. Quick. Let's get away. Quick. We're all exposed, yeah? No, sorry, I can't check that. What I'm talking about is very serious, all right? So don't come in here because you're another one that's involved. Because you don't want the truth coming out. Every time I start hitting a nail on the head, you start wanting to divert me off what I'm talking about. It's over. It's over. Your games is over. All your little confusion spells, everything. It's over. Finished. It's done. And someone's coming in. Someone could be coming in from another country. Yeah? Something fast is happening. Let me tell you, something fast is happening. Some of these people, the ones that took payments that you didn't know me, you didn't know about my big man of a son, you didn't know about my child. Yeah, you don't know nothing about me. This is where you fucked up. You thought, boy, she's on her own, she didn't have kids, she was on her own, blah, blah, blah. This is where you made the mistake. Yeah? Before you start taking blood money from these people that lied to you about me, do your homework on people. Now, go and take this information and check it out. And then once you connect the dots, which everything I've said, you can use this in the court case. You know, people, when I was 18, I tried to hang myself when I lived in Norland's house. And I swear to God, you people are wicked. That's when I was 18. I wouldn't do it now, that's when I was 18. But that's when I was under these people's curse and spell. Yeah? And that's when my mother and my brother come and told me about what Lester done to me. Yeah? That's why my head was fucked up. You're fucking wicked. You're wicked. All of you are wicked. You're worse than wicked. You're evil. But now I'm aware That you had me under witchcraft for many, many years. You're doing witchcraft on me for this to happen. Because now I'm away from your energy. I feel good. Yeah? Don't get me wrong. I'm still pissed. I'm not going to lie. Yeah? You fucked my whole life up. But I tell you what, I'm still loving. Not to none of you, but you ain't turning me wicked and cold. But I'm here today to tell my story and expose each and every one of you. And again, the ones that received the blood money payments, yeah? You signed your name, but you forgot to read the small print. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. And you, Michael Paul Hazel, the Leo. And you, Angela, the Capricorn. Using the other Capricorn, Marvin. Sure. That's what you all are. Especially you, Angela. There you are. What, is Tipper living in that house in Grenada now, Angela? Is he? Funny how he just decided to get up and leave London, innit? Tipper from Special Edition, the sound system. Huh? Come as a bitch and sometime, and it knows all your door numbers. Have a good night.